Archer, is everything ready?
The Shire Moot will soon begin. Will you join us, Eivor? We'd be comforted by your presence.
Yes, I'm curious to see this Shire Moot for myself. I'll follow. When will the vote begin, Abbess?
12 able lords of Lincolnshire have already cast their stones, but they have reached a tie. 4 votes for each man. It now falls to you to break this impasse.
Me? By whose order?
You have earned the trust of our 3 candidates, it seems. Even our bishop has found a certain fondness for your hardy spirit.
It's an important vote for your people. How would you counsel my vote?
I value competent and righteous leadership, not foolish friends in high seats.
Anyone but Hunwald, you mean?
I love Hunwald, as I love my own kin. But I would not put a stone in his care without fearing for the safety of both. I pray that God guides your vote today, and not the devil, as I fear.
How are you, Lord? Have I heard aright? That you have come to break us from our deadlock?
I have, Lord. Have you any advice before I vote?
Lord Hundbeor was a bold and honest man, if somewhat reckless. I see the same qualities in his son. Therefore, Hunwald is my man.
King Ceolwulf's attendant, aren't you?
Aye. The king sends his love and support. Whatever happens here today shall have his full blessing.
He's learning fast. Good man. Good evening, Aelfgar.
Eivor, I hope it's not untoward of me to solicit your support, but I do need it. The vote is closer than a cat's whisker.
It's a difficult choice, Aelfgar. Know that I won't make it lightly.
Good, good. But let me say unreservedly that I am the man who will lead Lincolnshire into progress and victory.
I don't doubt your convictions, Lord. Grim, good to see you again.
A hearty hello, Drenger. Seems Britain is getting quite used to the idea of Danes stalking her shores.
Where do you fall in this contest, Grim? Aelfgar is a friend of yours, is he not?
He is, and a good man as well. But I cast my stone for the bishop.
The bishop? That's an odd strategy.
These Christians are easy to nudge about. So desperate they are to avoid a good fight, they'll agree to most anything a Dane says.
A vote for Hunwald will return the House of the Ferocious Swan to its former glory.
Bishop.
Eivor, I must thank you for your fearless participation in our moot.
I'm surprised to hear you vouch for me, Bishop.
I surprised myself, to be honest. But I felt it would be a good test of God's faith in my judgment. Under my guidance, this Shire is crawling back from a decade of lawlessness. God knows the love that lives in my heart for the people of Lincolnshire. I pray now that he guides your hand accordingly.
Quite a gambit, Bishop. Mad enough to work, it may be.
Well then, I thank you for what it's worth. God go with you.
How fare you, Lord?
My prayers are fervent and my will is strong, Eivor. If I am Ealdorman, I will bring joy to this Shire.
There's more to good leadership than merrymaking. You must be strong and stern and willing to take risks.
Of course, of course. Strength and wisdom and fortitude and all that. I shall rise above the peat moss of mediocrity. Have no fear.
That's good to hear. Three men, 3 possible futures. Which of these sad puppets will dance best when you call upon them? It's not for myself I must cast this stone, but for my clan. Who will serve us best in a time of true need? You can never be certain where you stand in another's heart. Choose only for yourself. All three have strengths and weaknesses. Though tinged with arrogance, Aelfgar is competent and wealthy. He'd be a good Ealdorman, but a faithful ally? Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever, but he has heart and spirit. Both go a long way in times of need. The bishop can be stuffy and wallows in Christian piety, but he is wisest of the three and has already proven himself. Though tinged with arrogance, Aelfgar is competent and wealthy. I choose Aelfgar. He is sturdy and competent, and his wealth will be a boon.
It is decided. By the grace of God, the new Ealdorman is Lord Algar of Lincoln.
God has spoken, and his voice is a clarion call. As your Ealdorman, I will work to better this Shire, to foster peace between its people, and to serve our king. I bless you all.
Let us all raise our cups. A toast to our new Ealdorman. As all well know, this Shiremoot's decision is not final, but advisory. It now falls to our newly anointed King Ceolwulf to ratify our choice. To this end, we need not worry. Ceolwulf is a friend to Saxon and Dane alike, and he is sure to approve the results. Our good and noble friend, Arthelswith.
A septic rot has overtaken this Shire. A sickness for which there is only one cure.
Your Grace! What is this?
Nobles of Lincolnshire, stand fast!
For the glory of the ancients, leave none alive!
Your troubles begin early, Aelfgar.
We'll find and kill that man.
To think such carnage could happen in Lincoln.
The grief tosser can't have gone far. Raise a feared and march against what men he has left.
Agreed. Hunwald, will you fight with me?
I will. For the sake of Lincolnshire, I bloody will.
What news?
We've learned that Herefrith occupies a fort at Anacostia, south of here. An eager fear awaits my boys to lead him into battle. Will you ride with us?
I've gone some days without a proper siege. Lead on.
To the camp, then, and onward to Anacostia. Follow, if you will.
Herefrith was a friend of my father's and always so dear to me. I don't understand what possessed him.
He invoked the name of an ancient order before his men attacked. I know exactly what possessed him.
Do you?
It's not a story for now.
This will send waves of disgust through all the parishes of Mercia. Herefrith is a new and ugly stain on the bishopric.
Your Christ was an interesting man, if a little soft. But stranger still, I've met so few Christians like him.
Today has been a boon, Eivor. In spite of everything, I now know my father's spirit still burns within me. It's thanks to you I know this. When songs are sung of the day Lincolnshire was saved, your name will ripple through every stanza.
Don't be hasty, Hunwald. One verse of our song remains unsung. The din of battle beckons.
You pagans and your appetite for battle. I certainly don't share it. I worry what diabolical things the bishop has in store.
Don't let that poxy bishop worry you. With Eivor beside us, he'll be victuals before long. How has Atcha taken all this? She and Herefrith were so close.
She must feel as though the devil himself attacked her monastery. The poor lady.
We spoke briefly. Her spirits were low, but her work carried on. I think she'll be fine.
Manipulated by a man who should be God's gladdener.
Who's fetching the turf this time, eh? Don't want to freeze to death here.
Just here. When the Feared is ready, we'll attack with speed.
The sooner the better. Herefrith will entrench deeper with every passing hour.
Our warsmith has arrived. The Feards are ready to fight.
Chieftain Eivor, can we win this battle with the small number you see assembled here?
If they fight as strongly as they smell, we'll claim victory.
Then we'll have no cause for worry. We should attack soon, before the bishop can muster more troops. What do you think, Eivor?
We attack now. Ready the Feared.
Our first task will be to breach the outer wall. Then we deal with the troops inside.
Eivor! You fought as one possessed by a demon today.
Herefrith may yet have allies in Mercia, members of his secret order. But the immediate danger is past.
You have my deepest thanks, Eivor. To you I owe all my future happiness and prosperity.
It's a shame Hunwald was not fit to don his father's boots. But he can bring joy to the people here. Treat him well.
Yes, about that. I believe he has a somewhat different idea of his future. You should talk to him.
About?
Until next we meet, Eivor. The strength of Lincolnshire is yours, should you need it.
We are bonded now. Your people and mine.
I have found better friends in Danes, to be honest. Swanborough is my love, and you are a better friend to me than any here. Would it be an imposition to ask... Well, could we live with your clan? Swanborough and I. It would mean so much to her. And to me.
Of course you may. We'd be happy to host you, ferocious Swan. And your charming Dane. Come when it suits you.
Oh, yes! I'll pull my weight, I promise. And fight when needs be, and I won't drink more than I'm allotted.
You fight with us, Hunwald, and you can drink as much as you like.
Thank you, Eivor. This means... it means the world to me.
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news.
Hunwald, dear, look, it's Eivor.
Hunwald, Swanborough. Good to see the both of you.
And you, Eivor. Ah, it is good to see this place again after so much time away. I find such an easy joy here. And to think we will be living here, I am overjoyed.
That joy will last right up until your first blood sacrifice.
My first... what?
Later, my friend. Come and enjoy your stay.